In the last video, I showed you how to define this command called f that just computes a simple mathematical function and gives back an answer. I want to show you some things that you can change about this example. So we're going to make a new command that's going to give the average of two values. And I'm going to do it by modifying this existing example. So instead of calling my command f, I want to call it average. So that's a difference from math. In math, your functions always have to have the names of single letters, but in Java, you can name your command whatever you want. It's sort of like a variable name. And then if I'm going to compute the average of two values, I need to give it two inputs. I need to tell it, here are the two values that I want to compute the average for. So the way that you do that in Java is inside the parentheses, you would pass it the two different values you want to find the average of, separated by a comma. Okay, so it's in red now because it's saying it doesn't recognize this command. So I'm going to modify this so that it will actually do what I want it to do. So public and static are always going to be the same for now. Both of those mean something specific, but we'll get to that later. This is the data type of the output. And it's still going to output a number with decimals, so that's the same. This is the name of my command, and now I want the name to be the word average. So this is saying I want to define a new command called average. Now I'm trying to give it two inputs, but here where I'm defining it, I only have one variable. So if you want to give it two different inputs, you have to define two different variables to hold them. And you do it by separating them by commas. So I'm going to call my first variable num1, and then after the comma, I'll define another variable, which is also a double, called num2. And you'll see that this stopped being read. All right, so on the inside, let's go ahead and do the computation I want. I want to say num1 plus num2 divided by 2. Let's do 2.0. And then that's the thing that I actually want to give back as my answer, so that will be my return value. Okay, so what happens when I actually run this? When I run this, it starts up here. The 5 is going to get copied inside num1 automatically, because 5 is the first thing inside the parentheses here, and num1 is the first variable inside the parentheses where I'm defining my function. 9 is going to get automatically copied into num2. Now that num1 and num2 have values, we can actually compute their average, and then that gets returned. And when it gets returned, that's the output from average. And so average gets replaced by that output. We'd say it evaluates to be whatever the average is. And so then you'd assign the resulting value to p here. So let's print out the result now. Average of 5 and 9 is p. Let's run it again. And it says average of 5 and 9 is 7. If you want to, as an exercise, go ahead and try and change this so it will compute the average of 3 numbers instead of 2 numbers. Go ahead and pause my video and then I'll show you a solution. All right, here's the solution. So if I wanted to give it 3 inputs, I would do that here. But then where I define my command, I would need to give it a third variable to hold the third input. So I can do that by adding a comma and then another statement that declares a variable. And then down here in my calculation, I would just want to add all 3 numbers before dividing by 3. And that will do it.